Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something sick.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things. Of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
So, where would you like to start?
Maybe just where we left off, yeah.
Okay. We were doing some witnessing.
Yeah, so I'm just in there with her. Like I said, we made a beautiful bedroom for her to hang out in and relax and have her own space and light and color and stuff.
Okay.
So I've been able to connect with her. It weakens as the longer time away from the call, and that's partly because other parts come in. In this case, the thinking part. But I was just connecting before the call, and so I feel very nice. Feel very nice
Great.
in there with her, and
Okay. So the usual attending protectors are not too close, or
yeah. Let me see. Yeah, the thinking part has been very present this past few days, and she's just still not. She just is used to being in charge, running the show, and is afraid that I'm, going to mess things up. And I've spoken to her, with her about that, and just pointed to the times when maybe I haven't fucked it up, and I think it's just hard for her to let go of the reins.
okay. And so is she up now, and is there more?
She's up, and I think she's just going to be observing.
Okay.
She's willing to observe. We'll see.
Yeah. If she feels the need to intervene, she can do that. We can listen to her too.
It's very precious, this part is very precious to her.
Yeah.
She's done a lot of work to keep her, under wraps.
Totally. We can thank her for that.
So, yeah.
Okay. So you're able to reconnect with this exile?
Yeah. It's more of a felt sense at this point, you know, like an energy in my heart area. It's very lovely. It's not visual particularly at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And is she noticing you?
Yeah, we've really have been in a relationship over these past few days. Like I have been checking in with her every day, you know, more than once a day, and so yes, she's aware of me.
Mm-hmm.
She recognizes that I'm here and that I'm friendly.
Yeah, how is her level of trust for you?
She's just really happy to be seen, and she really feels safe and seen.
Wow.
I'm grateful for the attention. Finally.
Yeah,
and the validation.
Not all alone.
Mm. Well, and that she matters.
Mm-hmm. Does she feel like? Yeah. Does she feel like you get it? You really understand what it was like for her?
We just ask.
Follow-up question is, or is there more she wants to show you and let you know?
There was just a lot going on then. You know, a lot happened at that age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, puberty and starting with the firefighting, smoking and drinking and
Does she see the firefighters as firefighters?
Can you say the question in a different way?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if she's how she feels about the smoking and drinking, if that's something she's carrying shame around, or if she's also able to see into the system some and how these different parts have worked around her.
How do I know if she's answering on me?
Okay. It's fine.
My question was, how do I know if she's answering on me?
Oh, how do you know? Yeah. Well, you could ask her if she's answering or if you are.
She says she is.
Yeah. The connection, the audio is kind of choppy this whole call, so that's why I missed
sorry,
a word. And
that's awful.
Okay. I just want to let you know I might miss a word here and there.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't unfortunately do anything about it at this point.
Okay.
The
So
phone
she
signal
says-
isn't any better, so.
It suddenly got better since I mentioned it. So I don't know if you. Anyway, so she says she's answering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It feels
Okay.
like the connection is really, there's a real closeness and trust. I can only trust that that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and, figure it out.
Yeah. And of course, we know that she kind of is you. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can only get so precise here.
That's right. It feels she feels very familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really is that. She really, really appreciates that. Me noticing our connection is lovely for her.
Great.
It makes her emotional. To be seen after all this time.
Right. So we promise not to rush.
Yeah, she's keen to see what's next.
Great. Well, there's this process of you, self, going back into her time and being there for her in the way that she needed someone.
And how do we do that? Ask her.
You could ask her. Yeah. Because she would be leading. She would be saying, this is where I needed someone. This is where I needed someone. So she can show you where those times are.
She just rolled her eyes as in, like so many opportunities. And then I had a memory, so I don't know if that's where that comes from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, check with her. Would she like to revisit that memory with you there?
Yeah, she would.
Mm-hmm.
She remembers, or the memory is, it's sort of evening bedtime, and she's in bed and she's crying, and she's crying. She's trying to cry louder and louder to get somebody to come. I'm actually not sure about the timeline. Feels like a younger one.
It's okay.
And she knows that they can hear her. Mm. And they're choosing not to come. So she just keeps going. And then eventually one of them came in, I think, my stepfather. Not the one I wanted.
Mm.
And was brusque and kind of dismissive, and it was a sort of duty, I had to, because I've just kept going. And so what she wants is for me to be with her while she's crying.
Yeah.
Have someone be present with her. So, because at first the crying was for a reason, and then it just kind of went into, please come.
Yeah.
It hurts so much, hurts so much in the heart to remember that. It hurts so much. It hurts her so much that she doesn't matter enough.
And are you there with her? And does that?
Yeah, I'm sitting on the bed with her. I've just got my hand on her body, and she knows that I'm here. Saying, I'm right here, it's okay.
Yeah. And you two can do whatever you like back in that time, in that room.
She's just adjusting actually to me being there. In that room, in that moment. Because the expectation is absence, not presence.
Right.
I'm asking her what she wants me to know. If there's anything she wants me to know. She's just saying it hurts, it hurts. She feels so alone. She's saying there's no one here, and I'm reminding her that I am here, and she's not alone.
Yeah. And we're not trying to erase any memories, that we can simultaneously recognize that, yes, there was no one there, and can kind of revisit it in this way. And give her what she deserved and needed.
She just wants to cuddle.
Wants
to be held. And for the tears to be accepted. Not disregarded or pushed away or shamed. And just holding her and telling her I love her and how grateful I am that she's willing to have me here with her.
Is there anything else she wants you to change in that in that scene, in that particular memory, to address, to add or subtract?
Well, she says I am adding by being there,
Sure.
by having someone with her. The idea of doing anything with my parents in that moment, feels scary to her.
Yes, understandable. And you can offer to go do it for her if she'd like. If there's anything she wants addressed, she can participate as much or as little as she likes. Whatever feels right for the two of you.
She doesn't feel that there's any point because they wouldn't understand.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like if I was to go and speak for her and, but I'm also simultaneously noticing a small scared part at the idea of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want me to do that.
Yeah. She's concerned about you.
Well, it's a different part. It's a younger part.
Okay.
So if I think about going there, I feel scared. I start to feel scared. So I'm seeing that's a part, and she feels quite young.
Okay.
4 years old. So
okay.
Anyway, I'm just going to go back in.
Yeah. Thanks for clarifying. You can go back in. You can also address the 4-year-old.
I'm just going to check with the 14-year-old to see if she's okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
And she really gets it. She gets that it's a system and that the parts everyone needs attention.
Yeah. I'm curious what her relationship has been like with that 4-year-old.
Yeah. Well, she said she's been taking care of her.
Mm-hmm. Right.
She doesn't really want that job.
No. So what does she want for you to do? Does she want you to turn towards the 4-year-old or to stay working with her?
She wants me to turn towards the 4-year-old, but she wants me to come back to her.
Yeah. Okay.
She's really excited about, this older one is really excited about all of this. Mm-hmm. She's got company, she's got attention, she's got help, guidance.
And she trusts that you'll come back.
Yeah, well, actually, we're all together. We're sitting on her bed. So.
Okay.
I'm just going to just turn towards this 4-year-old. She's a bit confused and looking a bit wide-eyed.
Mm.
Mm. She's timid.
Is any of that about you?
She's just sort of confused how she popped up here in this room.
Yeah.
She's kind of going, no, don't look at me. I just wanted to, her fear just popped out like when I thought about going to the parents.
Okay. Yeah. She says, don't
She's
look
like,
at me.
Don't look at me. I don't want the attention.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's okay. Okay.
We don't need to do anything that she doesn't want. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. She wants to crawl into the lap of the 14-year-old.
Okay. 14-year-old was saying she's tired of the job of protecting this one.
Yeah, she's not tired of it. She just recognizes it isn't her role. And it has been for a while. And she doesn't want to be a parent.
Right. Right.
Because she's 14.
Right.
So she's okay to have her come in her lap, though, because I'm here. And she recognizes that she cares for her.
Mm-hmm.
She's not irritated by her.
Maybe she can help explain you and how you can help.
Mm. Yeah, the little one's wary of me, so she's just crawling, kind of giving a wide arc around me and going to sit with the older one. Just notice the protectors sitting watching on the sidelines. They're up in some kind of high seats, looking down, just observing. They're there, and like occasionally they pipe up, but they're willing to watch.
Nice.
Okay, so here we are, coming back in.
Mm-hmm. No rush.
So she's explaining what's happening to the little one, and she's asking her what her experiences has been like, where she is now.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of saying, this is a way out of that place. It's kind of dark. She's like she normally is in a dark corner.
Mm-hmm.
of a room, like it's dark and she's backed into it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a way out, but also her way out doesn't have to look anything like this 14-year-old's. Her way out might take 10 times longer. It might go all different places. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe a more clear message would be that you're the way out.
Hmm. She's looking at me directly now.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of emotion in my body. Just going to be with that for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's calmed down. I'm just saying hi to her now. The smiling. She's just getting used to this scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big change.
Mm. I just asked her what she needs and she said time.
Great. How's that sound to you?
Sounds good. Sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just trying to back off. There's a part trying to make sense of it, like
Mm-hmm.
how can this little one be alone in a corner if she's being taken care of by this other one? You know, it doesn't make sense. And so I'm just saying thank you for it, trying to
Yes.
make sense of a strange situation.
Yes. Yes, we can admit that it's strange.
So I'm not sure where to go now.
Okay. Well, check in with them about if the 4-year-old needs time, then would it make sense to let her know that you can come back for her and give her that time later and to continue working with the 14-year-old? Maybe the 4-year-old wants to watch or doesn't.
Let me ask. So the little one is saying, help her first, because that needs to happen.
Okay. Does that feel right to you?
The order of it, yeah. And she says she wants to she wants to stay. And she wants to get snuggly.
Yeah.
So we're making her a little nest out of the duvet and teddies. And
great. I
did say to them both that that this is that I'm here now.
Right.
But that it will. I did say it'll look different at different times. That it won't. I'll just do the best that I can. I can't promise to always be in that room all the time.
Right.
Until the next step. So I'll need to negotiate, I think, later with the little one, how we move forward. So for now, she's got some snacks and it's really cozy.
Awesome.
She's so happy to have that made for her.
Yeah.
It's just really lovely.
14-year-old is good with all this.
Yeah. She's grateful for not being the only one. To be caring for the little one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she has her own wisdom and intelligence.
Definitely.
She recognizes that there's something going on. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Should we get back to her time and her memories that she'd like you to join her in?
Okay. I said, what would you like me to know? And she just says, it's just shit here. I feel low. I feel alone. there's no one getting me. There's no one responding.
Did when you joined her in the bedroom, did that feel like, I have a couple questions. Did it feel right? Did it help her feel like someone was there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just want her to know. I have a few. I just want her to know that none of these steps are required. So,
okay.
We're just offering. Are there places that she wants to take you, to show you, to redo with your presence and re-experience what it's like to have someone there for her? Yeah, at times that she didn't.
What comes up is the memory that we started with, which is of her asking my mum to go and see a therapist.
Right.
That's what came to mind when you
asked
that question.
Okay.
I was going to check with her. Because she doesn't really understand what could be different. That's what she says.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what I mean, and I'm not sure either.
Okay. So she needed...
What redo means.
Okay, great. She needed something at that time. At the time leading up to her asking her mother that, she needed something when she decided to ask that. She needed somebody afterwards dealing with the heartache, the grief around that.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know what it will look like.
She needed to be taken seriously.
You know, I don't know exactly what it would look like for you to do that with her. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Okay.
It's up to you two to
I'll just
navigate.
check if, Yeah, I'll check if she's interested to experiment.
Sure.
Yeah, just hang on. Okay. So I'm just explaining about, I'm just letting her know that this is new to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that I have the skills to navigate it, and that I just explaining to her about you, and that
I'm new to it as well.
That you're with us, and you can guide the process.
Yeah, I can try.
Guide us through the process, and but that I have what is needed to follow that guidance, and that I'm saying what you didn't, those things that weren't there, what was missing.
Right.
We may be able to find what was needed and what you did want, and
who was needed.
And who was needed. Can you say more?
So
when you say that, what do you mean?
To be there for her in the way that she needed someone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because she doubts it. She thought you meant trying to change the person. Couldn't get it in the first place. So
right.
That was what the clarity was for. She's up for it. She sort of recognizes. I mean, would she have seen this happening before? Like when we did a unburdening process before, it feels like she's seen that.
She's seeing that prior process?
Well, she's aware of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like you said, it's an experiment. If you don't get it right the first time, that's good data to have, and we can try something different.
Okay.
I mean, how does she respond to that? You still with me?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, sorry.
I just recognized, because she's got so much spark.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized how that had to be put out, it was squashed. I'm seeing her in her fullness at that age.
Yeah.
In her responses and how she's engaging and interacting, and she's
right.
So bright and intelligent and wise, and and there was just a moment of regret.
Regret.
In me seeing that and recognizing that it just got snuffed. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, it is tragic that was snuffed. I don't know that I would use regret, but if you're feeling regret, then we could explore that.
Yeah, tragic's a better word.
Yeah.
Tragic's a better word. Yeah.
Yeah. So you just did it. You just saw her in the way that she needed to be seen. And you can just do that anywhere, anytime that she wants.
So, yes, she's keen to give it a go and see what happens.
Okay.
She's really strengthened by my presence.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Feels safe, it feels like a safe harbor, something to lean against when we do whatever we're going to do.
Okay. Yeah. So where would she like to go? And back to that place where she's making that request, or time before or after?
Yeah. I just have a timekeeper coming in. I just wants to check that you're okay.
Yeah. I feel like we just got started.
Time-wise.
Yes, I'm very okay.
Yeah, I agree, but I just, yeah. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Just let it know I appreciate its presence.
Yes.
And let me ask her where she wants to go to. I think she wants to start with the before, when she's in that low, feeling so low and alone. When there was maybe, okay, let me just check in. I'm slightly losing touch with my ability to trust the answers. Trust that I can speak directly.
Okay. Do you know what that's about?
Give that a bit of space. I'm just going to see. I think it's fear. I think it's just because the suggestion of going directly to that conversation sparks fear. As a protective response to that idea.
Right. Yep.
I'm just going to chat to it for a sec. Yeah, it's scared because the experience was so hard, and it doesn't want to experience it again, doesn't want to feel it again. So I'm just trying to let it know and remind it that it's different this time because I'm here.
Right. Right. Trying to,
or it might be,
put a whole new spin on it so that it can be remembered in a different way, or kind of seen in a different way. It's also trust building between you and all the parts, just to show them that there aren't scenes that you can't improve with your presence.
it's this real dance. I go, a part pops up, and what I mean by dance is that I when a part pops up, it's like building a muscle for me of stepping back into self and then recognizing it as a separate part. Because when fear comes in, it's like, ugh, I'm in fear. So then, it's like, okay, you are fear, and I am here.
Right.
And so it's just really building that reflective response.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. And so it's an energetic process for me. So it's like pulling back into, so first I'm forward in the fear, and then I pull back in, and then I can feel self again. And then it's just useful to see that that's happening. I'm just saying to we can all be here together. You can be present. You can watch this. You can stay. I'm not asking anyone to go away.
Right. And there's also the don't rush thing where, hey, you can do this another time. You can do this.
Yeah.
There's no have to in any of this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that we're up for it, I think. She is, I am. The others all are following our lead until they need to pop up again. It really feels like a communal effort. But self-led. So she's saying she wants to go to that place of having that conversation. To see how it will be with me being there as well. I'm just asking her how she wants me to be, where she wants me to be in that. Yeah, I think I need guidance here because I don't know what the steps are. I don't know what we're doing.
So, I feel like this was not going to answer your question, but there's nothing you can't do. So you can do 10% of this. You can watch the scene with her from far away and discuss it together. You can be between her and the mother, and you can be facing the child. There's nothing that has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it 5 times. You can bring in some props.
That's right. Super creative.
Yeah, you can revisit this as many times over as much time as needs to happen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're not diving in and getting it all done necessarily.
Right.
Okay. I'm just going to ask her what of those suggestions or any other what she would like to do. She said, I don't know. I just want it to be different.
Okay. Earlier you talked about really seeing her for her fullness or spark. So what would be different? How is it different when you're there seeing her in that way?
Can you say again what you're asking?
Mm-hmm. So you see her in her fullness.
Yeah.
How bright she is. And so from that place, the question is, yes, how do you provide that and continue being that person who sees her that way in that scene?
In the scene, okay. By her knowing that I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask her. It's a bit confusing because her in that state, in that natural state, is not who she was in the scene, is not who she was leading up to the scene. She,
Right.
that was already kind of lost, or, it was on the way to being lost.
Yeah. Well, and maybe it was on the way to being lost for years, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it is hard to.
That's right.
It's hard to put our finger on when all of this started.
Yeah.
And that's one reason why I was offering to go to her before it started. Go to her before she goes and talks to her mom. Be with her in any of these times when she needed someone to see her that way.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to the 4-year-old then. So complex.
Yeah. How's the 14-year-old feel about that?
Frustrated.
Yeah. I think maybe, can we stay with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we were. But in response, I was responding to your suggestion of going back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because while I say that, hey, we're all one, and when does any of this start? I do think it's helpful to recognize that these are different parts, and the loneliness that the 14-year-old was feeling was unique, was distinct in that time. It had its own chapter. And you're not doing it wrong. This is experimenting. This is figuring it out. This is being thorough.
That's right. Attentive.
Mm-hmm. And at any time, you can say, tired of this. We're tired of this. Do something else. Come back to this another time.
Well, that's not the feeling at all. The feeling is eager.
Okay.
There's an eagerness.
I heard the frustrated from the 14-year-old, and I just wanted to make sure that she really feels that this is for her.
She feels like she's been offered something and she wants to see it through, whatever it is. I don't know.
Oh, I get it. And it's, we promised other parts that we would.
The question was if this is for her.
Yes.
What do you mean?
I said that it was for her, and I just was saying that to say that whatever is right is right. It comes from that negotiation between you and her, and it's also okay to not know what's right.
Yeah.
And she feels like she's offered this opportunity as if she'll never be offered it again.
She doesn't know.
Okay. Do you know?
Yeah. I'm just letting her know what I know. I'm just letting her know that, The most important thing is that she feels safe and
Mhm.
that it feels doable.
Yeah. And all those other parts that we promised that we wouldn't rush, that we would be very as delicate as we could.
I said, what do you want? And she said, I want to get out of here.
Okay. Okay. Great. You can invite her out of there to go wherever she would like. She can leave the time, she can leave the place.
And what she means is out of the stuck place of being in that time. What she means is that she wants to heal.
Okay. So you've done a lot of asking her, and I think that's awesome. And I also think that when you see her in her fullness, you can also make some guesses and make some offerings about what you see would help a 14-year-old heal. What you see would help her if it's redoing a memory. Again, just offering. When you're seeing her from that place.
So what she needs is a loving mother.
Right.
She needs attention and presence.
Yeah.
And someone that sees her and gets her.
Yep.
So she can be in that fullness.
Right.
As to what needs to happen, I don't know. I don't
You offer that to her.
offer what to her.
To be her loving mother.
Ah.
Maybe that's a way you could redo a memory. Just see what happens when she comes to you with the request. How's it going?
I'm just able to give her what she needs.
Yeah.
And it's what I offer my kids. Not perfectly, not all the time, but I just, I've learned a different way. Despite the modeling.
Yeah. It's incredible.
I'm just, I'm letting her know that this is it now. I'm here.
Yeah.
And that we'll do whatever is right that she needs.
Yeah. And how's she responding to that? Is that frustration still there?
No.
Yeah.
She's got a mixture of relief, gratitude, and what's the other one? Grief.
Sure.
That it's here from me, but that it wasn't there all along.
Right.
She just wants to lie, put her head on my knee, me stroke her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Just be a bit of a child again.
Mm-hmm.
Not have to be the parenting one.
Right.
And just saying, I see you in your fullness and I love you in your fullness and I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to squeeze herself. She had to squeeze herself into the wrong shaped hole in many different ways.
Right.
So she's just sort of letting us relaxing back or
being
starting
herself.
to into being herself and having that be okay with someone else. I'm feeling this sort of coming to an end feeling.
Okay.
A little bit weary and
You've done a lot. These parts have done a lot.
Yeah.
If you like, I could just kind of summarize some of the steps, because I know that a lot of parts care about this process a lot. And so if that would be useful to just plant those seeds of just options, opportunities. Okay.
And I'm just gonna gather everyone together so we can listen.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So there's that redoing process. And I find that can go, that can continue over time, as parts continue feeling safe with you. Then more and more memories and things come up that didn't come up in your first go round.
Yeah.
And you can just keep doing that and getting more and more comfortable doing that and going to all the places. So there's that. Then there's...
Can I just say something? I have noticed recently that I'm getting more memories, but they're very benign. They're kind of non-eventful, but they're coming up. They're disappearing suddenly. So that makes sense. It's almost like a test. Little bits can come through that aren't too challenging.
Right.
So it's just interesting. So please continue.
All right. There's the step of inviting her to be with you or to create her own place. That's something that you can probably do in 2 minutes if you wanted to, if it felt okay to kind of... Yes, we can revisit all kinds of things. And in the meantime, would you like to stay at my place? Kind of just inviting her to stay with you. And then there's the checking her body, checking where she carries burdens, and helping her give those up in whatever way feels right for her.
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot has happened already. And we did make this bedroom, she really likes it there. She feels safe. It's warm and light and cozy, and she's got stuff.
Yeah.
She
and
likes.
you're able to get there and be with her when she needs and wants.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll just remind her that I am on call. She can choose to close the door, but she can also open it and ask for presents.
Right. Yeah.
It's like she's like any teenager. She wants a lot of personal space, but she also really needs to know that when the door opens, that there's somebody there.
Yeah. She still needs a loving mother.
Yeah. Very much. And I mean, I can only do what I can do. It's in these calls, it's much easier to access self. And as I said, I'm building the muscle, it will grow.
Right.
So I'm just going to remind her of that and to be patient with me as well. I'm learning too.
She's waited this long.
That's right. Okay.
And I only say that just to reassure any of the rushing parts that this is a lifelong process. It took you half a lifetime to get here, and you have the other half of rediscovering and reconnecting.
You're building. Yeah.
but look how much you can do in an hour.
Yeah, and there's a real sense of these other, part. It's a family. I'm getting a sense of a family. I mean, that's the name. It's in the name.
Right.
My internal family.
Right.
And
you said loving mother. I didn't bring that up. That's what you felt in you this part needed.
I know that.
Yeah. Just saying,
yeah,
you discovered the family,
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you, James.
Yeah. Okay. Just feel right to stop here.
Yeah. And thanks again for making this extra time.
My pleasure. Reach out
for part 2.
If you want to talk about anything before our next talk, let me know.
Thank you. Have a good rest of the day.
Okay. You
Thanks,
too.
James.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows? That might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube. And they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.